When it comes to pumping new life into your classic muscle car, the idea of a modern engine swap can sound as daunting as performing open-heart surgery. Thankfully, the process isn't complicated, and you won't need to have taken a single class at medical school to do it. Today, we're going to walk you through swapping out our 1964 Chevelle's old big block power plant with one of BluePrint Engine's brand new 427LS Pro Series crate engines, making over 600 horsepower. We'll also dive into the engine combination from BluePrint, one of the leading builders of high horsepower streetable crate engines from small block to big block, LS, Mopar, and beyond. We'll give you the tips and tricks you need to know to do the LS swap yourself. And of course, we'll thrash the Chevelle's new power plant on our Dyno jet before we put on some serious street miles.
When you're doing an engine swap on a hot rod or a classic like our 64 Chevelle, you basically got three different choices. You can rebuild the engine yourself, you can hire a shop to do it, or you can do like we're doing and do a complete crate engine swap. Now the first option is a lot of fun, but not everybody's got all the tools and equipment and experience to do their own engine work. Hiring out to a shop, well, sometimes you don't know what you're getting and you can be stuck for a long time waiting for parts that never come. On the other hand, a crate engine like this is a turnkey solution, plug and play. All of BluePrint's crate engines, whether they're a traditional small block Chevy, a big block Chrysler, or an LS like ours, are all hand assembled using proven formulas. Our engine, for example, has been dyno tested at over 600 horsepower. In fact, every BluePrint motor is dyno tested before it ships and comes with a 50,000-mile warranty. Try getting that from your local machine shop.
BluePrint sent us a 427 cubic inch Pro Series LS engine out of their catalog, an engine that anyone can order and get the same exact combination. Since 427 has always been a special number for a Chevrolet enthusiast, it seemed a perfect fit for our Chevelle, and the 605 horsepower LS crate does not disappoint. The BluePrint LS 427's cubic inch carbureted retrofit engine is built using the new GM LS block, new L92 GM heads, along with BluePrint's balanced rotating assembly, includes forged crank and rods and Molle 11-to-1 forged pistons. The engine includes a performance hydraulic roller cam with 624 lift, new roller lifters, and upgraded rocker arms. It's also a simple swap for any classic muscle car. It comes with a universal fit oil pan, an AED 850 carb, as well as all required sensors, coil packs, and the wiring harness. All you need to provide is the motor mounts, headers, the pulley assembly, and MSD ignition box. With 20 years of engine R&D experience and the benefit of building thousands of engines a year for their customers, BluePrint can offer a 30-month, 50,000-mile warranty that they can stand behind. That's an important part of the equation for an enthusiast that wants peace of mind with such a big purchase.
Our new BluePrint crate engine is going to give us a big increase in horsepower and torque. To support that, we're going to have to change a few other things in the drivetrain and cooling system. To do that, Gearstar is providing their 4L60E automatic transmission. This is a level 4 fully built system that's going to replace our Turbo 400. We've also got a drop-in performance radiator from AFCO that's designed specifically for Chevelles or A-bodies with an LS swap. This makes everything a whole lot easier. Now, if you're switching from one engine family to another, like going from a small block to a big block or to an LS like we're doing, there's three different areas that are going to need some attention: your motor mounts, your exhaust headers, and your front drive system. BluePrint's engines don't come with a new front drive, but there are a lot of companies like Billet Specialties that offer complete serpentine solutions, including everything you need. For our LS 427, we chose this Billet Specialties kit that includes a water pump, power steering pump, all the brackets and accessories, and it's got this killer black anodized finish. Now for our swap, we picked up these headers from Hedman that are designed specifically to put an LS engine in an A-body like our Chevelle. They also provided us with the motor mounts that are going to make putting the engine in a breeze.
We're finally ready to drop in our new BluePrint crate engine, so we simply retraced our steps by bolting our new engine to the Gearstar transmission first, then our Hedman swap motor mounts. Next, we bolted on our Hedman swap headers to our Flowmaster exhaust. Finally, we installed our fuel, water lines, and wired up our MSD 6LS ignition controller. Our advice is to try not to rush, and take your time and make sure to cross everything on your checklist before closing the hood on your new power plant. Two things BluePrint advises are to make sure to note that your engine does not come filled with oil. It's critical that you pre-lube the engine. Make sure to fill your engine with non-synthetic oil for the break-in period. Secondly, if you have a small or big block, set your timing per the installation guide sent with the engine prior to fire up. Now, if you've got an LS engine like ours, you won't need to worry about the distributor timing because it'll all be controlled by the MSD6LS box, which we use to set up our timing. Now that we're all wrapped up with our install, it's time to do some break-in.
Well, here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to fire up the engine for the first time. Now, once you've got the engine running, you're going to want to have a friend handy to check for coolant, fuel, and oil leaks. Well, our guys did a great job on the installation. There's not a drop of fluid leaking. BluePrint recommends a 500-mile break-in period. That sounds like a good job for me. Let's take it on the road. Now, with our BluePrint LS swap, we've done a lot of great things for this car. We've added a bunch of power, we've taken a bunch of weight off the nose, and we've put a modern, reliable engine in this classic car. We've turned an already great daily driver into something that's just fantastic.
Before our engine swap, the old iron big block engine made just under 385 horsepower. Now with the new BluePrint LS bolted down and dialed in, let's put this cool Chevelle up on our Dyno and see what we come up with. Now keep in mind, dyno numbers from a chassis dyno are very different than the numbers from the crank that BluePrint provides. You can expect a 15% to 25% reduction depending on your vehicle's accessory drive and driveline setup.
The iron big block that our Chevelle came with did about 385 horsepower to the tires. Now we've got our new BluePrint LS in there, we put it on the dyno, and we've actually picked up quite a bit of power.
Yeah, after bolting on the carburetor, making a couple minor adjustments just to idle air and stuff like that, we ran on the dyno and got 485 horsepower and 428 foot-pound of torque. Pretty impressive numbers.
Engine swaps aren't as overwhelming as others would have you think. With a little bit of planning, some fact-checking, and patience, you can drop a new engine between the fender wells of your classic muscle car with very little sweat. Our 1964 Chevelle now accelerates faster, runs better, actually gets better fuel economy, and gets more looks at the car show with the BluePrint Pro Series 427. We love the car, and we can tell you firsthand, this isn't the same car. So when it comes time to replace your worn-out power plant, there's no doubt that if you're looking for reliable performance without all the trouble, with a warranty, a BluePrint muscle car engine swap is an easy-to-do in-your-garage solution that anyone can tackle with a few common tools.